Have you ever wondered why your joints feel stiff or achy right after breakfast, even on the mornings when you try your best to eat something healthy? One of my patients once shared that she thought her morning stiffness was simply part of aging, something she had no control over. But every single day, right after breakfast, her knees felt heavier, her fingers felt tighter, and the pain seemed to speak louder than her intentions to take care of herself. And I want you to imagine this with me for a moment. You wake up hopeful, ready to start the day, but the very first meal that's supposed to nourish you somehow leaves your joints feeling worse. It's confusing, frustrating, and for many seniors, deeply discouraging. I've heard this story more times than I can count in my 30 years of caring for older adults. And the truth behind it often surprises people. Breakfast plays a far bigger role in joint comfort than most of us were ever taught. Certain foods can silently trigger inflammation that lasts for hours, while other foods can calm your joints before you even take your first step out the door. Those tiny choices you make in the morning can shape the way your body feels all day long. But most seniors never hear this explained because medical appointments move quickly, and doctors usually focus on medications or symptoms rather than the daily food triggers quietly inflaming the body. That's why in today's video, we're going to walk through the best anti-inflammatory breakfast foods, the morning choices that reduce inflammation, what seniors should eat for arthritis relief, and the surprising breakfast foods you may want to avoid. We'll talk about why some foods that look healthy on the outside can still trigger pain, and we'll break everything down through simple science and real, everyday examples. My goal is to guide you toward practical, gentle, science-backed choices that help heal your joints from the inside out. I hope you'll stay with me until the end, because what you learn today might completely change the way your mornings feel. And if this message resonates with you, please subscribe, like, and share the Senior Health Daily channel so we can continue supporting your journey toward a more comfortable, peaceful life. In the next part, we'll begin exploring why breakfast has such a powerful effect on aging joints. Breakfast is one of the most overlooked influences on joint comfort, yet it shapes how your body feels for the next 10 to 14 hours. So let's begin right where most seniors are caught off guard. The morning. Many older adults wake up feeling cautious, trying not to bend too quickly or take that first step too fast because the body feels stiff from the night. And what happens next is something many people don't connect at all. The food you choose in those first few minutes after waking either calms the inflammation building inside your joints, or it fuels it in ways you won't feel until later in the day. Why breakfast has such a big impact on joint pain. After age 60, your body handles the morning differently than when you were younger. During the night, cortisol rises naturally to help you wake up, which is good, but it also makes the joints more sensitive. Your body is mildly dehydrated after 7 or 8 hours without fluids, and your cartilage dries a little overnight because it depends on water to stay cushioned. Add this to the fact that seniors often fast for 12 or more hours without realizing it, and the first food you introduce becomes the spark that sets your body's inflammatory rhythm for the whole day. Most older adults don't know that their joints are most vulnerable in the morning. The overnight fasting period lowers blood sugar, tightens connective tissue, and slows joint lubrication. So when you take your first bite of food, your system responds quickly. The wrong foods can create an inflammatory surge. The right foods can soothe that sensitivity almost instantly. And this is the moment where breakfast matters more than any other meal. I've had patients tell me that they eat a healthy lunch and dinner, but still feel stiff for most of the day. When we trace the pattern back, almost all of them were unknowingly eating a breakfast that triggered inflammation before their day even began. Once they changed that first meal, their mornings, afternoons, and energy levels changed with it. Simple science. How food triggers inflammation. Let's break this down gently because science should feel like a friend, not a burden. When you eat sugary foods in the morning, your blood sugar rises very quickly. That spike causes inflammation because your body releases chemicals to bring that sugar back down. These chemicals irritate the tissues in your joints, making them feel stiff or swollen. Refined carbs like white toast, pancakes, muffins, or cereal do the same thing. they turn into sugar almost instantly, even if they don't taste sweet. This sharp rise creates a wave of stiffness that many people feel 30 minutes later, or sometimes not until the afternoon. Think of these foods as tiny sparks landing on already sensitive joints. Certain breakfast fats, especially processed meats, trigger inflammatory pathways. They release compounds that tell your immune system to attack, even when there's no real danger. Your joints simply get caught in the crossfire. Sodium-heavy breakfasts also play a role. High-salt foods cause water retention, especially around the joints, leading to swelling and discomfort. A lot of packaged breakfast items, including healthy-looking options, are loaded with salt. The best way to picture all of this is simple. Sugar is like sandpaper for aging joints, and your breakfast can either soothe or stir up inflammation. When you understand this, your morning choices become powerful tools for feeling better. The best anti-inflammatory breakfast foods. Now let's talk about the foods that truly help. These are not trendy foods or expensive supplements. They are simple, comforting ingredients that help your joints feel supported. Oats are one of my favorite breakfast foundations because they are rich in soluble fiber, which stabilizes blood sugar and reduces inflammatory response. Many seniors who switch to oats notice less swelling in their fingers and less stiffness in their knees. Berries are a powerful addition. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are filled with antioxidants that reduce inflammatory chemicals. One of my 72-year-old patients cut her morning stiffness in half just by replacing her toast with oats topped with berries. She used to hold her coffee cup with 2 hands because her fingers were so tight. Today, she holds it easily. Chia and flax seeds add omega-3 fats that calm inflammation from the inside. They help lubricate the joints and support your cells' natural repair systems. Just 1 tablespoon a day can make a noticeable difference. Walnuts and avocado offer healthy fats that reduce inflammation and help your joints feel smoother. Omega-3 rich foods like salmon or sardines can even be part of a savory breakfast for seniors who prefer non-sweet meals. Leafy greens blended into a morning smoothie deliver vitamins that support tissue repair and reduce stiffness. A green smoothie doesn't have to be complicated. A handful of spinach, a half banana, some berries, and a little yogurt is enough to transform your morning. Turmeric and ginger have been used for centuries to reduce inflammation. Adding them to oatmeal, smoothies, or tea is a small change that brings a big payoff. And plain Greek yogurt with probiotics supports gut health, which directly impacts joint inflammation. Many seniors don't realize that better digestion means better joint comfort. Breakfast foods that worsen inflammation. Let's softly address the foods that work against you. Sugary cereals may seem harmless, but they lead to inflammation that lasts for hours. Pancakes, waffles, and syrups spike blood sugar quickly, creating morning stiffness that seniors often interpret as aging. White toast turns to sugar almost instantly. Sweetened yogurts contain more sugar than many desserts. Bacon and sausage are high in inflammatory fats that worsen arthritis. And the popular store-bought muffins or breakfast sandwiches contain refined carbs and oils that fuel inflammation. I've had seniors tell me they feel exhausted or sore hours after eating these foods without realizing the cause. Once they switch to anti-inflammatory breakfasts, they often say, "I didn't know I could feel this much better." What seniors should eat for joint pain relief. A balanced anti-inflammatory breakfast includes fiber, protein, and healthy fats. This combination stabilizes blood sugar, reduces inflammation, and supports joint health. When your blood sugar stays steady, your joints stay calm. Imagine a bowl with oatmeal, blueberries, chia seeds, and walnuts. That single meal supports digestion, reduces inflammation, fuels your muscles, and nourishes your joints. Add a cup of ginger tea, and your morning becomes a healing ritual instead of a source of pain. Morning foods that reduce inflammation. Instantly, some foods work quickly because they address inflammation at its source. Warm lemon water hydrates the body after sleep and supports detoxification. Ginger tea soothes inflammation and warms stiff joints. A turmeric latte is gentle on digestion and reduces swelling. Berries fight inflammation at the cellular level. Chia pudding provides slow-release energy and joint-friendly omega-3 fats. These foods help your body wake up gently instead of shocking it with inflammation. Breakfast ideas for
Y hago un
arthritis
vídeo y
relief.
si nos queda
Now
bien
let's
después,
turn
pues ya
all this
está.
science into real meals you can enjoy. An anti-inflammatory oatmeal bowl with berries, seeds, and walnuts is a comforting option for cold mornings. Avocado toast made with whole grain bread adds healthy fats that support cartilage. A berry and chia yogurt parfait gives you probiotics, antioxidants, and steady energy. For those who prefer savory options, a salmon and greens plate is incredibly powerful for joint relief. And for seniors with dental issues, soft smoothies pack nutrition without straining the jaw. Each of these meals nourishes the body and calms inflammation before the day begins. Why seniors benefit the most from anti-inflammatory breakfasts. Aging naturally brings slower digestion, weaker cartilage, higher inflammation baseline, and greater sensitivity to blood sugar swings. Seniors also tend to be mildly dehydrated in the morning, which increases joint stiffness. Because of this, the right breakfast provides immediate benefits. It helps joints glide better, reduces swelling, and improves mobility. It also sets a calmer inflammatory tone for the entire day. This is why breakfast matters more after 60 than ever before. Foods that fight inflammation. After 60, omega-3s from walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, and fish reduce joint inflammation. Polyphenols from berries, greens, and herbs help neutralize toxins. Antioxidants protect cartilage tissue. Prebiotic fibers in oats and fruit support gut health, which directly influences joint comfort. When these foods become part of your daily rhythm, your joints feel supported instead of stressed. Healthy morning foods for seniors with arthritis. For seniors with arthritis, soft, easy-to-digest foods reduce strain. Warm foods help loosen joints, especially for stiff hands. High-fiber meals reduce morning flares by stabilizing blood sugar. Protein supports muscle function, which reduces pressure on the joints. This is why many seniors feel better when they choose warm oatmeal, soft eggs, or soothing smoothies instead of processed or sugary meals. If this video is helping you understand your body in a new way, please like, subscribe, and share Senior Health Daily. Your support helps us bring more life-changing guidance to our senior community. Simple breakfast choices for daily joint pain relief. Let's turn everything into actionable steps. Preparing oats the night before makes mornings easier. Keeping berries washed and ready to use encourages healthier choices. Adding a tablespoon of chia seeds is a simple way to boost omega-3s. Swapping white toast for whole grains, sweetened yogurt for plain Greek yogurt, or sugary cereal for berries and nuts reduces inflammation dramatically. And listening to your body matters. Track which breakfasts make you feel better and which ones worsen your pain. Over just 1 or 2 weeks, you'll see clear patterns that guide your choices. Real stories that inspire hope. One of my patients, a 68-year-old man, reduced his swelling simply by eating chia pudding instead of sugary cereal. A woman in her 70s told me she could finally make a full fist again after adding berries and walnuts to her morning routine. And a senior couple who felt exhausted most mornings regained energy and mobility after eliminating processed breakfast sandwiches. Their stories remind us of a powerful truth. It is never too late to feel better. Small choices add up. Healing can begin any morning you choose. As we reach the end of our time together today, I want you to take a slow, deep breath and give yourself a moment of understanding. Joint pain is not a sign that your body is falling apart. It is not a punishment or a failure. It is simply your body whispering for better support. And when we learn to listen to those whispers instead of fearing them, everything begins to change. What you choose to put on your plate each morning doesn't just feed your stomach. It shapes your energy, your mobility, your comfort, and your confidence for the rest of the day. I've seen small breakfast changes reduce inflammation more than people ever imagined. A bowl of oats instead of white toast, berries instead of sugary cereal, a little chia, a little ginger, a little intention. These gentle shifts create space for healing, and healing is something your body is still beautifully capable of. And I want you to feel something important. This body you're living in has carried you through decades of laughter, love, loss, challenges, and victories. It has held you through sleepless nights, given you the strength to keep going, and allowed you to experience a lifetime of moments that matter. It deserves care. It deserves patience. It deserves nourishment and kindness. You are not too old. You are not too late. At 60, 70, 80, or beyond, your joints can still grow stronger. Your mornings can still feel lighter. Your days can still hold more comfort and possibility than you might believe right now. Healing doesn't always begin with dramatic change. Often, it begins with the quiet decision to take one gentle step forward. Thank you for spending your time with me. Senior Health Daily is here to walk beside you, offering guidance, understanding, and hope. If this video helped you in any way, please like, subscribe, and share so more seniors can find support on their journey. I look forward to seeing you again very soon.